Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we are covering some more reactions and first reviews coming out of the recent premiere and some early screenings, and this one is from 𝙁𝙁, an upcoming Christmas movie starring, I believe, Dwayne Johnson, Chris Evans, and some more, but those are kind of the main two. That's kind of the stars. But yeah, if you are new here and you like this type of content, you want to be up to date with what people are talking about, movies, TV, pop culture, any of that stuff, please consider hitting the like button, subscribing, and clicking that bell. It would help out the channel a ton. And we're gonna get straight into these because we've got quite a few. This one coming from Kevin saying 𝙁𝙁 is pure Christmas magic, fun, funny, and full of what makes it the most magical time of the year. Also, unexpectedly amazing world building that begs further exploration, and a surprisingly emotional performance by The Rock that genuinely had me shed a few tears. Wow, that's kind of surprising. I did not do reactions for the trailers for this channel, but you know, I did think the trailers kind of looked and felt very generic. I think the movie looks very streaming, like it seems like the type of movie where Netflix or Amazon would just throw like $300 million at and go straight to streaming. But this is getting a theatrical release, also premium releases. But yeah, they said it was a fun time, even, you know, got them emotional. But the world building has me very curious. I'm really interested to see what they mean by that. But let's go ahead and move on. This one coming from The Hollywood Handle saying, after watching 𝙁𝙁, it feels like I've been placed on the naughty list because no one on the nice list deserves to go through the same experience that I've gone through. Oh my goodness. They just absolutely charred 𝙁𝙁. This one though comes from Junior Felix saying, guys, I had a blast with 𝙁𝙁. It's funny, full of great action and even better characters. In a time when we truly need some good cheer in this world, 𝙁𝙁 brings it and then some. Oh, and the world building is some of the best I've seen in a while. Wow, that is the second person we have seen compliment the world building. I'm really curious now to see how effective it is and how interesting it is, because it seems like some people might want further installments or to explore it more because of apparently how well they did it. So yeah, this one coming from Dancing Dan saying, it's not so much that 𝙁𝙁 is bad, it's just a cynical piece of overly digital Hollywood content masquerading as a feel-good, edgy Christmas time action flick. The cast dutifully do their jobs, but for all the supposedly creative fun on display, it feels rote and uninspired. That's unfortunate to hear, and the trailers kind of give off that sort of vibe. Hopefully I'm not in that camp or that side, and hopefully I enjoy the movie a lot more. But you know, it's good to hear some honesty, because sometimes, you know, expectations can be blown out of proportion or set humongously high. But this person seemed to really not enjoy it that much. But this next one comes from a Kristen Maldonado saying, 𝙁𝙁 is an action-packed holiday showdown, but my favorite part had to be the mythology introduced. They level up the holiday magic we know and love while adding a fresh perspective with mythological characters we don't often see represented. A blast for the whole family. That one was a lot more, you know, straightforward, and it seems like they had a great time and appreciated the world building once again and these characters. And you know, that's kind of what I want from this. I want to enjoy myself. I want to get that Christmas spirit. I'm not expecting, you know, Dune Part 2 or something insane, but hopefully, you know, I'll enjoy it, and hopefully you all do as well if you decide to watch this. But we're gonna keep going. This one coming from the Brothers Geek Out podcast saying, 𝙁𝙁 is the ultimate festive thrill ride, packed with fun, world building, magic, and holiday cheese at its best. Perfect for getting into the Christmas spirit. See, that's kind of what I want. That's kind of how I want to walk out the movie feeling. Nothing, you know, overly exaggerated or like I just witnessed the pinnacle of cinema, but that gets me in the spirit. And yeah, this one though that we have comes from Vulture saying, if 𝙁𝙁 were a disaster, it would be more interesting. Instead, it's a technically passable action comedy transparently stitched together from parts scavenged from other movies. So this one says, it's pretty unoriginal and kind of so generic and middle of the road that it's not even interesting because of that. Now, I obviously am going to take all these with a grain of salt, but hopefully I do not feel that way about this movie. So far, the reviews on it are looking extremely mixed, but we're going to cover some more. This next one coming from Nicole's Film Perspectives saying, Red One, a misfire with very few bright moments. It's not a holiday classic that will be on repeat. Rather, it felt like an afterthought of how I wish I could have enjoyed it more with a packed cast. Wow, so that's another one who was extremely mixed on it, leaning more negative it seems like. Yeah, that's what they had to say. This next one though is a long one coming from Matt Neglia saying, putting Red One on the naughty list for 2024, unfunny and visually repulsive. Even the action lacks excitement and entertainment. The only watchable scene features Christopher Hivju in full body prosthetics as Krampus, slapping the cowl out of Dwayne Johnson. Nearly everyone appears embarrassed to be there, delivering ridiculous dialogue about rescuing Santa, saving Christmas, and spreading holiday cheer, all while Chris Evans exasperatedly yells, "What?" at each new plot development, gadget, or mythological power. An eye-rolling overproductive waste of both talent and budget. Wow, they held nothing back in that reaction. Yeah, I definitely hope I don't think that much about the movie. I'm really curious. You got people really walking away saying they felt the spirit, but then you got other people saying it feels completely devoid of any and wholly unoriginal. So yeah, I'm really interested to see where I fall on this. But this next one comes from Phil Roberts saying, so Red One is big, dumb, and amusing festive fun. Although it's wholly unoriginal, the film excels with its tongue-in-cheek humor and bold characters. It's far from a classic, but thanks to Krampus, Chris Evans, and a lot of imagination, it's acceptable Christmas cheer. I think that seems the most kind of where a lot of people will fall on. It seems like people kind of enjoy it, but it's nothing that they would probably put on again. But it has the vibes, it has the spirit. It's there, just not in droves, I guess. This next one comes from Beans saying, Red One is a fun holiday movie with a very fresh take on Christmas and all of the holiday's mythical elements. Who knew The Rock and Chris Evans would be a great holiday tag team? It's full of charm, plenty of action, and will have you looking at Santa a whole different way. Well, this one says it does something new. There's people saying it doesn't. There's people that are. Reviews seem extremely mixed. So I'm really curious to see where I'll fall. But this one that we have up next comes from Rama's Screen saying, Red One was crazy fun and hugely entertaining. Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans were the team up I didn't know I needed this season. A thrilling Christmas adventure that the whole family can enjoy. Wow, I'm really curious to see how Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans kind of bounce off each other. And I will say both of them are extremely charismatic. They are movie stars. So, I have no doubt that they'll carry the film enough for audiences to be entertained and leave out at least enjoying something. But yeah, I'm really interested, like I said, to see their dynamic and how well they work together. We're gonna do a couple more and then wrap this baby up though. This one coming from Wendy Lee saying, I enjoyed Red One. It's a fun and action-packed Christmas story with a Marvel-like spin. The world building of the mythical world is really cool. I liked the Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans pairing. It even got me in the Christmas spirit a bit. So they seemed kind of surprised, and another person really giving flowers to the world building. I really wonder what they will introduce in this. But this next one comes from Chris saying, admittedly, Red One was enjoyable at times, but those moments were very few and thin. This movie is powered by a weak script and lacks the Christmas magic. It's full of cliches, unnecessary exposition, and beyond laughable dialogue. This feels like a fake movie you would see in another film. On the positive side, Chris Evans embraced the fun and felt like a representation of me, as I also had no clue what was going on for 2/3 of the movie. There's a lot of components it lacks. Wow, they seem to really not like it, and the statement about it feeling like it could be a fake movie in another movie is quite interesting. Yeah, I'm curious to see how this all goes. I'm pretty sure the Rotten Tomato score is out and it's like pretty negative, so hopefully, you know, it serves something, I guess, some type of entertainment. But yeah, it seems like it's really mixed and a lot of people aren't even enjoying this. But this next one that we have comes from Jonathan Sim saying, Red One is one of the most ridiculous Christmas movies I've ever seen. Occasionally enjoyable, but Jake Kasdan directs this outrageous premise like a very serious action thriller, only ever pausing to have Chris Evans' character scream, "What is happening?" every few minutes. Mind-numbingly stupid, absurdly expensive, and somehow cheap looking at times. That is someone, you know, who's obviously negative on it, but like the fourth review we've read that express how Chris Evans is kind of us, the audience, kind of wondering what is going on. And yeah, I don't really like the sound of that too much. But we're gonna cover one more and then wrap this up. This last one coming from Luke Harefield saying, yeesh, I don't have the energy to sugarcoat it today, guys. Red One is pretty bad. I'm honestly not sure who this movie was made for, because it's not really a kid's film, and it's certainly not for adults or even teenagers who grew up on Dwayne Johnson or MCU movies. It's so unsure of itself. The writing is lame, the CGI ain't up to par, the cast chemistry doesn't quite gel. I will not be adding this Dwayne Johnson Ant-Man Wannabe Christmas Special to my annual festive rewatch roster. Wow, that was rough. And so were plenty of reviews. It seems like a lot of people were not holding back and sharing their honesty, but it also seems like quite a few enjoyed the movie. So you tell me in the comments below what you guys thought about these first reviews and reactions. Will you be seeing Red One? Will you wait for it to come to streaming? Are you excited? Are you not? Anything related to this, please drop your thoughts in the comments below. I love discussing with you guys. And yeah, if you made it this far and you haven't, please hit the like button, subscribe, and click that bell. It would be greatly appreciated. It gets us recommended to people, and it's perfectly free. But I hope you all stay safe, and hope I will see you all in the next one.